What's up guys, and we're back with some more Genshin Impact, and today we're going to be checking out another theory video, and it is called Celestia's Secret Revealed. So as always, if you enjoy my reaction, you already know the deal. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, trying to hit 4,000 subscribers, and the original video will be in the description box down below. But let's check this thing out. Let's see what the secret is, because I'm curious myself.
One of the most mysterious places in Genshin Impact. From what we know about the place, it is the place of worship that the inhabitants of Teyvat look up to. Alongside Celestia are the 7 archons who govern their own parts of Teyvat and make sure order is established.
Yeah, which we're still waiting to see the Dendro one, which from the other theory we saw on a different channel, the Dendro one could end up like just being a fraud in the first place and it could be somebody else. That's a whole nother thing. And then, yeah, we still have the others, huh?
What if I were to tell you, though, there are beings that surpass even the archons when it comes to governance and attaining order, and everything about Celestia is a fat lie. The sky, the palace of Celestia, everything we know in Genshin is a lie, as Scaramouche said way back during the Unreconciled Stars event. Today, I'm going to
the
show
Unreconciled Stars event? I'm gonna have to write that down, because I wasn't playing. I legitimately, like, everybody talks about the first time we meet Scaramouche, but I never got to. I wasn't playing the game at the time. I played the game like a little bit after release, so I didn't get to check that out. So maybe that's something we'll check out in the future. So just a little FYI for you guys, if you didn't know that.
You the giant facade Celestia is trying to cover up, and everything in regards to ascending is also a load of BS. Mihoyo, you have done a great job with your lore, but today, your favorite book solved your mystery. But first, before we begin though, if you enjoy Teyvat's facts and wisdom, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. After the video is over, join us over in our community Discord server, where we talk all about Genshin, including lore. Okay, with that said, let's open the Teyvattionary and see what's been uncovered.
Let's check this thing out.
First and foremost, get into the Celestia Palace that we see in the sky. If we look very carefully at it, we can see that it is slanted on one side, and that it is in fact an illusion. It's an illusion because we can see through it, and it's changed drastically since 1 year ago. If I can take a wild guess as to why Celestia is slanted and why we can see through it, it definitely pertains to the idea of the Gnosis. I'm not going to dive too deep into that though, because that would involve me talking about the Tsaritsa's grand plan, and that's an entire video in itself.
Yeah, I mean, we watched a
video,
like a theory on
synopsis,
the Gnosis whole situation.
Needs the Gnosis in order for her plan to conquer the Divine to work. We know it's working because look what's going on with it. The Tsaritsa, I think, is trying to use the Gnosis to expose Celestia for the sham it is. I'm sure that there are other purposes as well, but from what I can see up on our fake sky is that there are different islands. I want to say around 8. Why 8?
Jesus.
Why not 7? Well, I think there's an 8th element out there somewhere.
Yeah, that's what the other. Okay.
Down in the description below.
Exactly. I was like, this is the theory video that we saw right here. That's what we were about to talk about. I'm like, yeah, we legit watched this theory, dude. Yeah. Anyways,
as he can explain it a lot better than I could. Each island represents a Gnosis. The Gnosis act as a sort of key for keeping the fake palace in the sky. The more the Gnosis are cut from Celestia, the more the palace is going to collapse and start to fade. That's just a wild guess of mine, though, in regards to the islands.
They get like 2 more Gnosises that thing gonna collapse.
Keep the illusion of Celestia floating in the sky, as they are the ones in charge of upholding the heavenly principles. Their connections to Celestia are the Gnosis they carry. Due to having Ventis taken from him, Zhongli's unknown contract with the Tsaritsa to seize his, and Scaramouche taking Raiden's,
I'd like to know the whole details with his.
We see these archons' connections with Celestia fade away. Okay, Tave. Not bad so far. But in your intro, you mentioned there were beings that surpassed the Archon's governance. What the abyss are you talking about? Well, my pages, do you remember in my Vanessa video how I mentioned there were 3 hooded figures in the manga that made Venti very uneasy, pretty much almost making him crap his pants? If you didn't, then go watch that video and come back after this. But if you don't care about that in-depth look at Vanessa's mystery, then I will just keep it brief. I compared those 3 hooded figures to the Genie Cucullati. To keep it short, the Genie Cucullati were 3 hooded goddesses, or beings that were worshipped in ancient Celtic society. most notably as Corinium cult. They are depicted as
Okay,
mothers,
cult's
and
wonderful.
in some cases are even symbols of fertility, as stone figures depict them carrying eggs. A cucullati is a hood fastened to a cloak. This is what makes them so mysterious. They have been named in the epigraphy in Corinthia as genio culado, to the hooded genius. In some other parts of Austrian culture, they also are a symbol of death and fear. Something which felt like it was being instilled when Venti was having some sort of
Well, yeah, when
flashback
Venti's
of them.
over there
Their
scared as hell,
origins
then
and
yeah.
symbolism
Makes
differ
sense.
from area to area, and these notions remain a mystery to archaeologists even today.
Bro.
In the game, however, I believe
I
these
remember that
three-hooded
show.
figures to be a mixture of the two possible meanings. I believe they play a role in ensuring a land capable of sustaining human life.
Why are
but
they
I
out here
also
looking like
believe
the
that they
Akatsuki,
play a
bro?
role in making sure the archons respect the contracts they have made with Celestia. It is probably thanks to these hooded figures that the archons are unable to talk about Celestia, let alone
That would make sense. It's like, hey, you better do what you're supposed to do. You better not break this contract, or else you gonna get bodied. Okay.
disclosing
I get
information
it.
about what their contract is or how Celestia actually works.
Mm.
It is also very important to note that they are not in the highest ranking in power, but they
Really?
do seem to hold an authority greater than that of the archons. That was
Which
pretty
is
much
crazy.
from the Vanessa video, and I will get into that higher power that exceeds not only the archons, but the three hooded
Let me show the picture that they have up. That's the picture that they have up right there. Anyways.
figures as well in just a bit. So now you have an idea of where these three hooded figures could potentially originate from. And with that said, I bring you to this image from the Mystic Omnio Chamber, and the manga panel
it's
where
three?
Venti gets freaked out
Three
about
hooded
the
figures?
topic of Celestia. Do you notice anything dark and eerie about both of these images? Kind
Yes.
of looks abyssal, doesn't it? The black figures and devil horns that are placed on these little individuals clearly show some kind of evil presence behind them. I think
Yeah,
you know
I'd agree.
what I'm getting at. Yup. What I'm telling you is that I believe the Abyss to be the Celestia Society. Think about it.
Okay.
Everything about Celestia is a lie. And if
Right.
we take a look at the symbolism from the Genie Cucullati, being three beings that are supposed to deliver fertility and providing other beneficial gifts to their people, we see the opposite in Genshin. And we see the more Austrian aspect of them where they symbolize death and fear. The same expression on Venti's face. The devil horns are a way of showing deception to what Celestia's real motives are, and thus devil horns are a symbol of evil presence. Now, we know in Genshin, and in a significant amount of cultures in the world, the number 3 holds a lot of significance. In Genshin,
does?
we have the 3 moon goddesses, and the symbol we see all the time across Tevat being the triquetra. The number 3
Yeah, Huta.
symbolizes a single divinity, and in this case, I can say the same thing about the Genie Cucullati. What I didn't tell you in the Vanessa video is that in some of these ancient stone tablets, they show the 3 hooded individuals alongside what looks to be a mother goddess sitting on the right of them.
Oh.
3 evil hooded individuals and a mother goddess.
And then,
Where
yeah.
could that possibly come from? Well, let's take a look at one of my favorite books in all of Genshin Impact, The Pale Princess and the 6 Pygmies. Considering the Pale Princess
My guy be reading these Genshin books. Wait, like, well, that's what these lore people have to do, though, huh? They legit have to like read the book, like the actual books in Genshin. That's crazy. I think most of us don't even read them things. We do not look into that.
6 Pygmies only has 1 volume out, and the rest of them are considered leaked content. I won't spoil the book, but I will just say there are reasons as to why Mihoyo has covered this book up and hasn't released any more volumes yet. From what Volume 1 reads, though, it states, "In the distant past, the Night Mother ruled over the faraway land of night. Here, no light touched the earth, nor did a single tree grow. And there was no life here but the horrendous denizens of the dark. The Night Mother was the source of all sins, and the land of night was the embodiment of her evilness. The cruel Night Mother, who had neither heart nor mouth, was always watching the land of night, and her punishments were always unexpected." I'd go into the rest of the book because I've read it, but because it's not released, I won't spoil you guys, nor do I want to disrespect Mihoyo's decision of not releasing the book.
Right. So that's really interesting, though. Like, Jesus, he has he got all these Genshin books here. Good lord. Like I said, I've never even read one of them. I mean, y'all let me know in the comment section below if you've actually, be truthful, chat. Have you guys actually ever read any of these books? I just want to know. That's something I'd like to see.
There's a reason for that, because the Night Mother is going to be playing a huge role later in the game. But based on the evidence,
okay, wait, what did I say?
Playing a huge.
Okay, they're the placeholder today for for the Night Mother. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Huge role later in the game. But based on the evidence alone from the first volume, and the excerpts we have at the beginning of each volume, I think it's safe to say the Night Mother is the ruler of the Abyss, and that these three hooded figures all play a connection to her and Celestia.
So when are we gonna, so my question is, when the hell are we gonna end up seeing these three hooded figures? They have this much power, and they have more power than the archons. Like, they're not at the top of the food chain like he was saying, but like they're pretty high up there and have a decent amount of power. When the hell are we gonna see these dudes? That's what I'm curious about.
Figures connecting to Celestia also show us the possibility of the Night Mother actually being the sustainer of heavenly principles, as the Night Mother could be the mother in which these three hooded figures have a connection to. Whether or not the sustainer is the Night Mother, or the Night Mother is an entirely different entity, I don't truly know. But I just have a sinking feeling that she is. And if I do turn out to be wrong, oh well, it's a theory video for entertainment purposes. I also think the Night Mother destroyed Conria based on the powers we see in the We Will Be Reunited trailer, and at the beginning cutscene where both twins are battling her respectively. I really think she's the sustainer, guys. Or I could be completely wrong.
That would make sense.
The kingdom referred to in the Pale Princess and the Six Pygmies could be in regards to the Lunar Palace. To be honest, I think they could possibly link to both. Or they could be the same place. Bottom line, there's always some sort of calamity that happens, and I think the Night Mother has to do with them. Lastly, before I wrap this theory up, I want to point out something really peculiar. I also don't know if you guys notice, but as I was traversing through the Mystic Omnio Chamber, I couldn't help but notice that these three seemed like they were watching us. And if you guys also pointed this out in the comment section
the
of my
eyes just
video,
staring at us.
It almost felt like it was a Mona Lisa effect. Pointed this out in the comment section of my.
Okay, if you notice, I've noticed if you play in one of the domains or the new event domain, there are three one-eyed beings carved into the wooden wall as decorations or something. Their eyes had some kind of Mona Lisa effect. It follows you wherever you go. Are they the three hooded figure from this video? Yeah.
My Vanessa video. It almost felt like it was a Mona Lisa effect, watching us very carefully. To further back this up, when Vanessa ascends to Celestia, she is brought into this circular-like prison. This prison is theorized to be a panopticon. A panopticon is essentially a circular prison. In this circular prison, there is a tower from which the guard can survey the inmates of the prison. However, the inmates are unable of knowing whether or not they are being surveilled. If we in a sense view Celestia as the watchtower and Tevat as the prison, these hooded figures as the guards, or the archons even.
Bro, they're like the watchers, bro. These dudes are like the watchers, but I feel like even creepier. I don't know, dude. Like, the watchers are already creepy from Marvel, because, you know, they be seeing everything. I don't know. Like, this just seems like even more creepy to me than just the watchers. I don't know. Is it like sort of evil, huh?
Guards. And the visions as the means of surveilling, one with potential to ascend.
And they have contracts with the archons, right? That's the whole thing, correct? So it's like, it's different from the watchers, because the watchers, they're not supposed to get involved. They just watch. These people are making sure you don't break the contract, or you're screwed, basically.
Without them knowing they are being watched, that could potentially explain the reason as to why it feels like we're being watched. And this Mona Lisa aspect thus further insinuates Celestia is afraid of someone getting too strong or gaining too much knowledge about what their real motives are. Well, that wraps up my crazy theory on what Celestia's secret is.
That was interesting.
I'm just gonna keep my outro short and let you guys discuss what was talked about in the comments. With that said, I'm just gonna close the Tevattionary now. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the future for more Genshin Impact content and loot.
Alright. That was, bruh. I could just stare at this dude right here. But no, that was actually quite interesting, that theory. I had no idea about the three hooded figures and like...
Gabby, how does that make...
What the Yeah, it's free sponsorship. But no, I had no idea about the three hooded figures at all, and then the fact that they have like as much power as they do, and then it makes you think who's like their leader, like, and that's where we're theorizing if it's the lady from the beginning of the game or it's actually somebody else. I have no damn idea, but I guess we're gonna find out. I was gonna say soon, but no, I don't think so. I think the real heavy stuff in the game like that we probably won't see, maybe even years from now. Maybe they'll actually mention the three hooded guys in the game at some point, like maybe in Sumeru or something. I don't know who to when the hell, but it'd be cool to like that they're teasing at this stuff, you know. So the people that do watch these videos are like, oh shoot. When everybody else sees these guys, like that'd be the most satisfying thing, chat. If this theory is like absolutely correct, and then we like in one of these updates in the future we see three hooded guys, and we're like, wait, I know that guy. It's like the Leonardo DiCaprio meme where he's like pointing at the TV or whatever, right? It's like, wait a minute, that's me. Okay, but yeah, I don't know. It's quite the interesting theory, but you guys let me know who you think that like is like working with them and everything in the description. Well, not in the description box, but in the comment section below. And I'd love to have a discussion about this. And thank you for recommending this video, by the way, guys. I do greatly appreciate that. And if there's any other theory videos, let me know. I'll be sure to check out some more and check out the playlist section for the theories that we have reacted to also. So there is that. But other than that, appreciate y'all, love y'all, thank you for watching very much. Stay safe, road to 4,000 subscribers. And as always, don't do crack.
Be sure to subscribe to the Special K Experience if you enjoyed this video. If not, you're going to Femboy IHOP.